even what are they contesting? They knew they didn't win election.
Are you sure about that?
They knew.
Because the PDP,
was there PDP in Edo State at that time? It was all about Obaseki. They entered that election with 25% out of 100%. 75% of them were with me. Find out. Obedeyama was not with them, you know. He contested with Obaseki. I don't know, Philip Shaibu was not with them, you know. So many of them were not with them. So how do
they will say that they have them.
My brother, that what they are trying to tell you is social media. I don't have money to pay social media. That is why you see me moving from one village to another village, telling them, come and vote for me.
But was it possible that people will read for you?
Read election? Which election? Look, at the tribunal, even the PDP have confessed to say there was no rigging of election. They had the challenge 390 watts, 90 units, 390 units, and they were supposed to provide they said they were challenging about 790 units. And they said they were going to provide 390 witnesses. Later they said, we are providing 190 witnesses. At the end of the day, they provided 18 witnesses. Even the so-called statistician, they couldn't use him. Because the more they bring in people, the more they weaken their case. Because it was all lies. Frivolous lies.
So you think you won the election?
My brother, is it think, I won the election? I won the election.
So you are confident that no matter what?
Let me tell you, I trust Nigerian judiciary. I land there looking for money here and there to buy judiciary. But I know that Nigerian judiciary will never take money to pervert justice. The justice is what Edo people have voted for. We are done with bad governance.
So, first and foremost, to my governor, let me speak this parable in Benin. Awa mata moria wo gwetori abo. O waiting a dology. If you did not tell somebody who is spoiling the nation or the community, the person will think he's repairing it. That is your own case, sir. With all due respect. 2024 governorship election in Edo State was a sham. And sir, with due respect, you did not win that election. In fact, there was no election. There was no election. The worst in our nation, the worst in Edo State was 2024 election. It was the worst. And sir, you said something about Asweribe Igodao admitting to not winning the election as a result of this tribunal matter that is going on, and that he was supposed to bring about 190 something witnesses to fight his case that he won the election. And that it was you who won the 2024 governorship election. It's as if you are missing something, sir. Or maybe the people in APC camp, they did not educate you, or your counsel on the tribunal did not educate you on the Electoral Act as amended. So I will quickly read that Electoral Act as amended for you. Section 137. Quickly, I will read it. It says, it shall not be necessary for a party who alleges non-compliance with the provision of this act for the conduct of election to call oral evidence if originals or certified true copies manifestly declare the non-compliance alleged. That is what the Electoral Act is saying. That even weaknesses are unnecessary. Weaknesses are unnecessary when a party complains of non-compliance to an electoral act according to the provision of the law, and you have original or the certified true copy of the materials used in conducting the election, when you have it, and what is stated in the certified true copy is as well in line with what you are alleging, he said it is unnecessary that you have oral witness. So Aswerime Ighodalo, even Aswerime Ighodalo called 19 witnesses because you people and the so-called INEC refuse to give them access to the materials that was used in the election, not until the tribunal have to subpoena INEC to bring those material. And if you recall, sir, it was the day that Beavers was presented in the court that Aswerime Ighodalo and the PDP choose to close their case. That was the very day. They had a lot of witnesses to bring because you people and the so-called INEC failed to bring the materials that was used in conducting the election. So the moment INEC was subpoenaed on the 9th of January, of which they delayed to bring until the 31st of January, immediately that Beavers was brought and submitted, certified true copy originals was submitted as evidence and as exhibit against you guys, and for the petitioner, Dr. Aswerime Ighodalo's counsel and PDP, they choose to close their case. So they acted in line with what the Electoral Act as amended was saying. In fact, it is you guys, you, the second respondent, sir, INEC, the first respondent, and APC, the third respondent, that we expected to bring all the witnesses. In fact, you people should have been able to bring up to 5,000 witnesses to defend this ringing. And it is shame on the side of the INEC that over 133 polling units across Edo State and over 15,000 presiding officer was disbursed to various polling units to carry out the election. Not one from those people came out to testify on behalf of INEC. Why were they afraid? Because I think it was on the 31st of January or so, or maybe early February, that it was seen that people who lie under oath as INEC officers that lie under oath were thrown to prison or to jail. So because of that, many of them was afraid to come and testify for the ringing that they perpetrated in Edo State. For INEC, INEC is already a shameful institution in Nigeria. We don't even need to debate it. For them not to be able, they have over 15,000 that they disbursed to Edo State to carry out the election. Not even one witness they could call. Not even one witness they could call. And the 3 documents that they submitted to help their case was the same document that Dr. Aswerime Ighodalo and the People's Democratic Party, they have already submitted. So there was no case for them. And they even promised that they have 5 witnesses that are coming. And the 5 witnesses, they have no bus to travel from Edo State to Abuja. From Edo State to Abuja. Yours, sir, was even the worst. The second respondent, you had over lines of witnesses to present. Your very first witness testified to the case of the People's Democratic Party. And in order to prevent further embarrassment, you guys close up the case. You close up your case. To avoid further embarrassment at the tribunal, you guys end up your case because we were having many witnesses to call on that very day. I can still remember what your counsel said, Ikbazu, that of the PDP, their weakness have done well. For we bringing any other weaknesses to this place is going to be a disaster. Then what about the APC, your party, the third respondent? They presented also, I think, 4 weaknesses or 3 weaknesses, who also attest to the case of the People's Democratic Party. And because of that, you people close up the case. And you people, APC, you promised to bring extra documents to be tendered. And you said those documents, they were on transit. They could not find their way to they could not find their way to Abuja. The weaknesses you guys were supposed to bring, you people said they could not find their way to Abuja. Remember, you guys took adjournment for about some days in order for your weaknesses to arrive. Still, they did not arrive. So why will you say you win the election? Why will you say that Dr. Aswa Ighodalo has admitted to not winning the election, that there was not ringing in the election? Oh God, there was ringing in the election. There was ringing. In fact, INEC totally sat down to ring a election. And the reason person like me and some well-meaning Nigerians are seeing to the fact that this will be the end of ringing in our democratic system. We do not want to have a Nigeria where when you are getting hold, then you admit to ringing. And because of that, people are even celebrating like what we are seeing now, IBB. Now that he's already hold, he's admitting that he lost the 1993, I think 1993 election, the June 12 election to Abiola, MKO Abiola. So, and people are even celebrating. Yeah, it's a good thing that he has done. What is the punishment? So, is it until you yourself, you are hold using walkie stick that you now admit that the Edo election was rigged? So, we need to have conscience in our democratic system. We need to have conscience. Conscience should be our watchword. The fear of God should be our watchword. The fear of God should be our watchword. You sit and they ring an election for you, and you come out to say you win the election. And in the tribunal matter that is going on, you cannot defend yourself. Your counsel cannot defend you. Even INEC is even unspeakable. Unspeakable. I have said it. After this tribunal, if some of those INEC officials, more especially the one that sat down and start changing figures, if that person is not true to, in fact, life imprisonment, then this matter was not at the tribunal at all. Because we must start dealing with people in order for us to have our democracy back as we watch and head towards 2027. So to the judiciary, you people we know what happened. There is no way you people can